What's up, guys? Tar Heel Will here. Just stopping in to talk a little bit about March Madness, which has been madness. We've had some pretty big upsets starting in game 2 of the first round with Furman beating Virginia, which I called. But, that's near here or there. But we've had some big games leading up. Saw Purdue get knocked out first round by a 16 seed. And that team's playing good. So let's pull up the bracket real quick. And let's talk about some of the games we've seen so far leading in today. So last night we saw the Alabama-Maryland game, which, they kind of ended like we all thought it was going to be, a 22-point game. Now the San Diego State Furman, I expected Furman to come in and play a little bit better, but it showed their, just where they were. They had that one great game. They knocked off Virginia, which was a great upset, but I didn't have them going too much further. Honestly, I had Charleston beating San Diego State in my bracket, so I didn't even have that game. But San Diego State's been playing good. They got some pretty good defense, and shots were falling yesterday for them, so they moved on. Tonight we have the Creighton Baylor. I'm pretty sure, I think in my bracket I have Baylor going on that one, but that one can come down to the nitty-gritty too. Yesterday we had Missouri and Princeton. Princeton came in and walked the dog on them. They pretty much led the game the entire time. They controlled that whole game. Missouri made a little run towards the end, kind of, but they just couldn't do it. I still think, even with Baylor or Creighton, I feel like Princeton could take that. Princeton's playing good. They know what they're doing. And like that, one of their guards said, I don't know his name, but he said they feel like they can beat anybody in the country. And playing like they've been playing, they can. So let's get down. Fair Dickinson knocked off Purdue. Great game. They even were the play-in game to even get there. So now they're playing FAU. If they play like they've been playing, I feel like they could beat FAU. But we'll see. That'll be today at 7:45. So that's a big game tonight. Duke getting knocked out by Tennessee, which I knew, not being biased because I'm a Tar Heel fan. I actually had Duke going to the Final Four in my bracket, but deep down I knew Duke was going to come into what they normally do. If they come into a more physical team, a scrappy team, Duke gets in foul trouble, they can't handle it, and that's what happened. You had 4 freshmen on the court with 1 senior. The senior was in foul trouble, so he really couldn't play tough towards the end against Tennessee with a lot of upperclassmen, and it showed the strengths of having upperclassmen and people who stay 4 years, because those guys, it got physical, and those freshmen for Duke tried to hang. Proctor played a great game. Filipowski, he was getting banged and pushed around, but he kept trying to push back. But when you're pushing up against a much bigger opponent all night long, even though you're trying to fight back, eventually it's going to wear you down. You're not physically where they are. They're physically bigger and stronger. And I think Tennessee came in to do that, to do what they did. They wanted to come in and punch them in the mouth and push, and see if they would push back. And Duke tried, but at the end they just couldn't make some shots. And Proctor just did as much as he could for him. He's a great player. He's probably going to the draft. Probably all 4 of those guys will go to the draft. But Tennessee prevailed in the end, knocking off Duke, which can take all the Duke fans and quiet them for a little bit, because this past week they've been delusional. They've been going crazy, and that's fine. Be a fan. But they were pretty delusional about what they thought they can do. They did better than most people, but there's only one coach right now between us two that can take him to the Final Four in his first year, and that's all Hubert. So, peace out, dude. Hope you had a good ride home last night, but Tennessee prevailed. Okay, we got Kentucky, Kansas State today. To be honest with you, I forgot who I have, but if I'm just gonna, I can't remember who I have on this one. Honestly, I don't even know if I had Kansas State. Yeah, I had Kansas State. I would have this matchup, and I think I would probably go Kentucky here, but K-State's been playing well, so that could be a toss-up. Michigan State, Marquette, at 5:15 today. That's gonna be. I'm gonna go. I got Marquette on that one. Marquette's playing great, but you can't count out Tom Izzo because he always knows how to come in and win. So let's get up to the Midwest part. We got Houston and Auburn last night. Auburn hung for a while and then just fell apart at the end. I was hoping Auburn. I wanted kind of Auburn to knock them out because I wanted to see all the number one seeds get knocked out in the first weekend, or most of them. But Houston played tough towards the end and took off. Today we got Miami, Indiana. That's going to be a very tough game. I have Miami in that on my bracket, but Indiana is tough too. But there's like 2 or 3 Indiana teams. There's one that comes in and just destroys you, one that plays like crap, and one that can beat you if they get lucky. But let's go. I want to go Miami on that one. So the other two, let's scroll on down. So we got Pitt and Xavier today. So Pitt, ACC team. I would like to see them move on, but I feel like Xavier's going to pull that one out. I have Xavier in my bracket, but I feel like they can pull it out. But Pitt could win that game. Pitt played good in ACC this year. They were leading ACC at one point. So they can win. But I feel like Xavier's going to pull that one up. The Texas-Penn State last night was a decent game. Pretty good. Texas moves on, which I have Texas in my bracket moving on. But that was a good game. I didn't get to watch too much of that one, but from what I can tell, it was a good game. The Kansas-Arkansas game. Arkansas comes in and knocks off Kansas. Arkansas came out playing kind of slow in the beginning. Kansas came out quick, took a lead, kind of led, and Arkansas climbed back towards the end and just got more physical, and they wanted it more. I feel like Kansas kind of fell apart towards the end. They just kind of gave up some defensive rebounds. So Arkansas got some pretty good offensive rebounds towards the end. Got into some foul trouble. I think his name is Davis for Arkansas. I think he scored like 21 points in the second half or something like that. So he went off, and I think he got a little banged up with a little knee. I think he has a knee injury too, but he came out firing in the second half and took them and knocked off Kansas, which is Duke and Kansas losing in the same day. You know, can't be a much better day than that. But so we got later on, we got St. Mary's UConn. I'm going to go with UConn in that, but honestly, it could go either way. But in my bracket, I have UConn winning, so I kind of need UConn to keep on pushing. So let's go UConn. TCU Gonzaga. I mean, again, that's a great matchup. Honestly, I think I have Gonzaga going, but it wouldn't surprise me if TCU pulled that one off. And then we got the UCLA Northwestern game last night, 5-point game. I didn't watch too much of it, but if the score has any inclination of how it was, probably was a close game going down to the end. That's one I didn't have. But on a side bet, I kind of need UCLA to keep going. I got UCLA going, but when it comes to UCLA and UConn, if they meet up, I kind of need I need UConn to win for my bracket, but I got a $5 bet that I did at the beginning of the season about UCLA. That'll win me $75 if they can win it all. So, but if I win my bracket, I win 130, actually 120. But if I win this, I win 75. So it's almost like I need UConn to win. So that's going to be a tough one. So in that situation, it gives me a chance for me to win some money somehow, even though I'm not getting rich doing this at all. I'm down actually. But that's my picks for today. But anybody can win it. Alabama, San Diego State, Houston, anybody, Texas, Princeton, even Princeton as a 15 seed. I mean, they're making history. Actually, I'm going to jump. If I'm going to jump on the bandwagon of Princeton right now and ride, see if we can ride them out, because I feel like I've watched most of these games, and Princeton slows the offense. They run their offense. They know their weaknesses and they know their strengths. They know, they're reading offense. They're reading defenses and playing accordingly and slowing the game down to their pace. So the games, and they've knocked off Arizona, number 2 seed. Now they just knocked off Missouri, number 7 seed, and they can play a 6 or 3 seed in Creighton or Baylor, and they can knock off them because Baylor can definitely slip up. Creighton, I think they had a player get hurt, but I don't know if he's coming back. I'm not sure. We'll find out tonight. But I do know that someone got hurt, and I think it may be one of those top players. But anybody can win this championship right now. Yes, I would have loved for North Carolina to be in this, but honestly, I'm having a little bit of fun right now, just enjoying watching games with no dog in the fight and just watching some good basketball, because there has not been a good game. Even teams that were getting blown out, they hung with the team. They've hung with them for most of the game. There's probably only been 1 or 2 little blowouts that were supposed to be blowouts, but for the most part, every game's been great. So this tournament is turning out to be a great one, just like any other time the tournament is. March is always a great time. So let's see. But that's just how it is, guys. So that's it for today. Please like and subscribe my video to my channel. Also, if you're watching and you're one of my subscribers, thank you. I think I'm up to 33 or 34. I've just now started pushing my channel past couple weeks. Kind of hard, not really that hard, but kind of harder than I was. So there should be more content coming out. But here we go. But please like and subscribe to all my other social medias: Discord, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube that we are on, TikTok, name it. You can go type in Tar Heel Wheel Sports Blog and you can find me there. So if you can't find me here, find me there. But everybody have a great day watching these games, and hopefully your brackets keep on going. Have a great one.